and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. And welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brand new season. So glad to have you with us on this journey. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against the Trailblazers is going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
And now the Los Angeles starters. It's Collins at power forward with Lopez at center. Darius Garland is out there with Benedict Mathurin, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Utah, Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then there's Keontae George, and it's McGrady in at shooting guard. And these teams have been prepping for the season tip-off game for months, Grant.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
5 to shoot. Carter from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
No one was surprised last year when they won their season series against this team. And most people expect this to be a repeat of that, too.
Well, possibly. Every year brings something new. This first meeting should tell us a lot.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Well, when the 7-footer Markkanen starts to hit from deep, I mean, what are you supposed to do as a defender?
Leonard looking around. Garland, the pass to Lopez. Leonard outside. Up and over Carter. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. George outside. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Textbook timing and positioning from Lopez around the rim. Not letting anything through.
Carter against Leonard. Kessler, a screen on Leonard. Stolen by Collins. Outside Garland. Kicks it out to Collins. The 3-ball. The rebound by Carter.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
George passes to Markkanen. Here's McGrady. He's covered by Mathurin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Markkanen. 4-3, and the three-pointer goes. Markkanen's got 6.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more responsibility?
BA, I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch 4 who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence.
Here's George, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Markkanen is a shooter. Comes right back down to answer the 3 on the other end.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Well, you look at Kessler, 5th in the league, a really strong rebounder.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Mathurin. Back to Garland. And And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
First personal foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, it seems like the entire Western Conference looked to bolster their front courts last offseason, and the Clippers were no different. Between trading for John Collins and signing Brook Lopez, they have substantially fortified their front line with size and skill.
A heavy veteran roster. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And Los Angeles making a change here. Miller's checked in.
Number 22, Jordan Miller.
Here's Carter. He's scoreless. Clock at 6. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Now here's Lopez. Miller outside. Pass to Mathurin. Collins with a screen on Carter. For 3. Mathurin. No good there. Utah has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Back to George. Here's Markkanen. Over Collins. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 11.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Collins outside. Back to Garland. From deep. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Rise and fire. I just love how assertive Garland is on offense.
For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Markkanen outside. Kessler, a screen on Collins. Markkanen from long range. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Off to a great start. 5 straight from the field.
Pass to Garland. Now here's Collins. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Carter. Now Markkanen. Puts up a 3. Miller pulls it in. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Mathurin. Collins outside. Out to the wing. Here's Garland. George with the block. Now Carter. He's covered by Mathurin. Carter, good.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from deep, and so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. When we talk about Keontae George, what stands out to you the most, Dan?
Good question, B.A. I don't know that I'd pick one area. He's good at a wide variety of things. Can handle the ball, pass it, score it, and that gives you flexibility in terms of the guys you put around him.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jackson, he's checked in for Lopez. Jones comes in for Collins. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Dunn in for Darius Garland. Jones finds Beal. From 9 feet out. Yep, that one goes.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside.
Pass to Sensabaugh. got a piece of it. Dunn right side. Now Beal. Shot clock at 6. The baseline, Jay. The rebound by Filipowski.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Carter can't get it to go.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Miller, the pass to Jones. To the middle. Pass to Miller. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. 18 feet out. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And here's Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Sensabaugh. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Jazz lead by 6.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's Collier. Still without a bucket. To the inside. And Nurkic with the bucket on the assist from Collier.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Beal, right side. From down in the low post, it goes. Jazz leading by 4. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Carter. Here's Nurkic, defended by Jackson. Here's Sensabaugh. There's a screen by Nurkic. Uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Beal. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for the Jazz. Clicking from deep. 4 threes made in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. We've got Jackson. Chris Dunn is out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Derek Jones, and it's Miller in at the 3. Now here's George. Still no points. Up and over Dunn. George's shot is off.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on.
Jazz leading by 4. And a contract extension this summer for Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
Well, one of the youngest head coaches in the league. He has the respect of all of the other head coaches. He's part of that Spurs coaching tree, and his extension runs through 2031, which is a nice commitment from the Jazz.
And so here are the Clippers, following the 3 by Utah. Now Garland, and a nice finish on the layup. Garland's got 11.
Garland has clearly added some muscle over the years. He's looking more and more comfortable working through contact.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Fires the 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Left side Garland. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And there is very little ego to Garland's game. He wants to get other guys looks and opportunities.
George feels it out a bit. Takes a three. And he can't get that one. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Garland. Now here's Dunn. He's closely guarded. Jackson, the pass to Dunn. Outside Garland. The three connects from downtown. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Checked in for Utah. Carter comes in for Sensabaugh. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Clippers, 4th.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Now here's Nurkic. Pass to Collier. Here's Markkanen. Jones with some nice D. Clippers trail by 3. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Nurkic. Here's Collier. Utah moving the ball around. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Miller's checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's McGrady. Following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Markkanen for 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And then for Los Angeles, Lopez, he's checked in for Jones. Collins comes in for Miller, and Mathurin subbed in for Dunn.
A member of the NBA 75 team, Kawhi's done pretty much everything on the court. Multiple Finals MVP, multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. I mean, we're watching an all-timer in Leonard.
Now here's George. Markkanen for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists tonight.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Collins passes to Leonard. Garland for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Garland's got 17.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Carter. Markkanen outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Shoots over Collins. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Back to Garland. Fires for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
3 points.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
George passes to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. Outside Carter. Oh, Leonard with the block.
You can never forget about Kawhi. If you do, he'll turn a gimme into a rejection. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. George outside. Markkanen outside. Will it go? Yes! Markkanen from deep.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Now here's George. Markkanen outside. From outside, off the mark.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Mathurin passes to Garland. Now Lopez. Collins outside. Pass to Garland from outside the arc. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Garland's got 23 points.
Now shooting the three ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Collier, he's checked in for Utah. .146 left in the first half. Pass to Markkanen. Launches it. The Clippers grab the miss. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Now Collins. They set a pick. Now Mathurin. Garland with the ball. Give him 23. Clock at 4. That one goes, and that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's McGrady. He's covered by Mathurin. Pass to Markkanen. For 3. Leonard pulls down the board.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Collins. Leonard outside from downtown. He's off on that one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Carter. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Here's McGrady. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Collier. Beyond the arc. Carter on the wing. Second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And so we wrap up the first half. Clippers ahead. They're up 7. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Ty Lue, and Coach, your team seems to be dictating the tempo of the game thus far. Are you happy with that aspect right now?
Yes, I think we got to get stops, push the pace, try to get early transition points if we can, and then if not, back it out and run our offense. But we want to play with a high pace and a high energy, and I think our guys are doing a good job with that right now.
They have a pep in their step early. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Utah Jazz.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Yeah, you love to see two great players go at it. They brought their A games, and the fans are enjoying it.
As we are here in the studio. Can't wait to see how these guys close it out. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. It's been a clinic out there by Darius Garland.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
The Clippers lead by 7. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then there's George, and it's Carter in at the small forward. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Markkanen for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Garland with the ball for the LA Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Markkanen outside. Connects again from distance.
Oh my, he is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. With the step back. Garland against George. Garland, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's McGrady. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. McGrady's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pass to Lopez. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Markkanen. Outside Carter. Ooh, Leonard with the block.
Oh, the claw strikes again. Kawhi using that big hand of his to get on the shot.
Pass to Lopez. That shot off. Some solid defense from Markkanen. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Well, you look at Kessler. Such great timing and instincts. He's the best shot blocker in the league right now. And, of course, Brook Lopez doing some great work. He changes as many shots as anyone.
The way these two guys patrol the floor, it's impressive. It changes how the offense attacks, especially inside.
Garland, the pass to Leonard. From the stripe. And the basket is good. Leonard's got 7 points.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi, whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
Pass to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Here's McGrady. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's McGrady. He's covered by Mathurin. Count that bucket. The Clippers lead by 5. Outside Mathurin. Leonard inside. He's checked by Carter. Shoots from the block. Again, the Clippers score. Utah has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Outside Carter. Down low. Here's Kessler. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
That free throw good from Kessler. Grant, the Clippers were finally healthy in the playoffs last season, but it still wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, but they gave us a dramatic 7-game series against the Nuggets, who then went on to push OKC to 7 games. So even if it wasn't the outcome the Clips wanted, still a heck of a season.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Leonard for 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's McGrady. Pass to Carter. Pulls it in from the elbow. No good that time. Good work defensively by Leonard.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance. I guess he got a really good pep talk in the locker room because it's been a total reversal this half.
Back to Markkanen. The 3 is up. Mathurin with a rebound. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The pull-up. Great hustle, Leonard. Jazz trail by 9. Outside Carter. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Markkanen. Jacks up a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
Now here's Mathurin. And here's Lopez. Here's Garland. Outside Mathurin. 3-pointer. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Carter. Now here's Markkanen. There's the 3. Kicks it to George. Here's McGrady. Outside Carter. Now Markkanen. 3-pointer. Mathurin with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
From 12 feet, Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Garland against Carter. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. group. .136 left to play in the third. Filipowski sets a screen, fires the three. He can't get it to go.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And they'll get another chance. Beal, the pass to Dunn. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Clippers, 4th.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Williams is checked in for Williams. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Nurkic. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Nurkic has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Beal outside. Clock is at 3. 32 seconds left in the third quarter, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to Collier. Lets the 3 fly. Miller pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 4.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
3-pointer. Beal sinks the tray. Beal's got 9.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And now let's listen in to Ty Lue in the huddle.
Let's fight through it, okay? We got to screen better, play with more pace, all right? Just for 5 minutes. Give us 5 hard minutes, okay? Hey, next play is 1 hard. See how they're playing.
Well, with the finish line in their sights, Coach Lue wanting some energy here.
Point blank, it's going to come down to who wants it more, and Coach Lue is trying to up his squad's aggressiveness.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Clippers, they've got Miller, Jackson out there with Derrick Jones. Then there's Chris Dunn, and it's Garland in at the point guard position. Pass to Dunn. Jackson, the screen.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years, they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times.
Find the lane.
Those days
Find
are
the
in the
lane.
past, but
One
they
shot.
still echo in Utah.
And that one misses. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Sensabaugh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And for Los Angeles, they're shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Dunn outside. Pass to Jackson. Over Nurkic. Jackson can't get it to go.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Jones comes with a double team. For 3, Collier buries it from 3.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside Garland from behind the arc. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Inside. Collier, no good. The Clippers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. And the Clippers miss again. For Utah, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Sensabaugh. Nurkic to screen on Miller. Here's Sensabaugh, guarded by Miller. For 3, Collier. The rebound by Garland. And so Garland will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's Jackson. Pass to Garland. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
3rd personal foul.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
At the line for 1. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Different look here for Utah. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Filipowski. And it's Carter in for Sensabaugh. Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
Markkanen outside. And here's Carter. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Leonard outside. Pass to Dunn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Utah with it. 9-point game. Here's Collier. And here's Nurkic. Defended by Jones. George for 3. Drains the triple.
A lot of confidence from George shooting the 3 early in his career.
Now here's Garland. Tightly guarded. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Garland's got 38 points. For Utah, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Outside Carter. Looking to get it going. Stolen by Jones. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Dunn. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Outside Garland. Pass to Leonard. And stolen by Markkanen. Outside Carter. Over to the left wing. Markkanen with a screen on Miller. Collier. Utah with another miss.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Leonard passes to Dunn. That 3's off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
George outside. Shot from the low post is good.
It's just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Pass to Jones. Now here's Garland. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Darius Garland. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Garland. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
To the inside. Here's Kessler. Collins rips down the board.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Garland. Now here's Lopez. And he slams it down.
Well, this is what happens when you give Lopez this kind of positioning inside. What a dunk.
Now Carter. Outside George. 6 to shoot. Markkanen with a screen on Garland. George can't get the 3. The Clippers lead by 12. Leonard outside. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And what a move by Leonard. Baiting the defender to get them where he wants them.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
And Leonard drops them both.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Carter with it. Here's Kessler. Lopez with the steal. And there's 1:45 left in the game. Outside Garland. Now Lopez. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Clippers.
Free throws were a major factor tonight.
It's nice to get a lot of shots at the line, but then you need to convert them. They did that, and it paved their way to a win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Darius Garland.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George passes to Carter. They get back on track. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
4th personal foul, 1st team foul. At the line for your Jazz, Vince Carter. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Carter nails them both. Here are the Clippers. Garland looking around. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Kawhi, how about the play of the bench tonight? What does that say about this team in general?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
One of the great benches in the league, no doubt. Thanks, Kawhi.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Darius Garland.